Hi, this is Magnar and welcome back to my modding tutorial series for Rome 2 Total War. In this episode I'm going to show you a bit about special abilities and how to edit existing ones and create new ones. At the moment we can't really create new special abilities. It seems to crash whenever we add a special ability. But there are a number of test special abilities which we can edit or overwrite and then actually use, and they can be new ones. We can see the overall unit abilities here in the unit. Scroll down to special abilities tables in data_run2 of course, and here it gives you a list of 85 different abilities that we can use or we can edit or overwrite. Here you can see these are test ones. These are the ones which are not actually used in the game, but we can edit them to add our own new unique special abilities. Here you have, of course, a bunch of different columns which add different certain things to the special ability. All pretty self-explanatory. You can limit the number of uses per battle. You can limit the range and whether it affects other units or not. How long it is active for once you use the ability. How long it takes to recharge. How many units it can affect, whether friendly or enemy. Not really familiar with what this does, but you can experiment with that. If it starts needing to cool down, or if it starts being able to be used, that's this here. You have -1 if it can be used as soon as the battle starts, or you have a positive number if it needs that many seconds to cool down before it can be used. Here you can have it launch a projectile when you use the ability. The list goes on. The titles at the top pretty much give it away, what each column does. Now, not everything to do with the special ability is special ability is obviously in this table. This is kind of just the general stats to how the ability is used and interacts with other entities, other units or whatever. We can also affect much more with special abilities, and they are all in these tables here. Well, mostly. And see special ability groups, and here you can assign it to an actual character kind of thing. Well, this is part of assigning it to a character. You can see that well, commanders or strategists, but also Vercingetorix, Caesar, they all have their own ability group. You can also create your own ability group, of course. And then you can limit your special ability group to a faction, specific faction, in here. Okay. Now here is where you can assign specific special abilities to the groups that you've created. The invalid usage flag, we refer to these in this table here, special ability to invalid usage flags, and we can use any of these to disable the effects of an ability. So if we have a look in here, you can see the brace special ability from the commander is not available once the officer is dead, meaning once the officer of the general is the commander, is the general, the officer of the general unit. So if the officer is dead, meaning the general is dead, you can't use general abilities. And a bunch of these other ones also have, like if you're on a boat or if you've got equipment, you can't do certain formations, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, you can customize that to how you like. So you can have abilities which can't be used on boats or which can't be used when dismounted, such like that. Allows you to customize those special abilities for specific situations. Okay, next we have the assigning of stat effects. So if you want to affect the statistics of a unit in a certain way, we use the special ability phases tables. So if you click on there, you create a phase. The key of the phase will be in the ID. It's positive or negative, goes in here. How long that phase lasts for, not the whole ability, because you can have two components to an ability. You can say initially it will boost morale, and then secondary, after the boost to morale, it will debuff. It'll have a negative impact on fatigue or something like that. And so the boost to morale would have one phase, and then the negative fatigue effect would have a second part of the phase. And each one would be defined on their own separate row. So you set the duration. You can set some, a bunch of other different things here. This is obviously used for the elephants, kills the own unit, whether it can be moved. A number of other. You've even got some visual effects you can assign to it. Then what we do after that, if we want to affect the statistics, we come into here and we put here the phase from this table here, the ID that we create. We put in the value of, we want the statistic to be changed, what kind of statistic, which is comes from the UI unit stats table, and then whether we multiply it or we add it. Now the UI unit stats table lists, there we go, 29 different stats we can use in the phase stat effects. Maybe not all of them do work because there's no documentation on it. I know that a number of other tables which refer to these statistics actually don't work for all statistics. So if you've created a new special ability and it's not having the statistic effect that you want, it might be that it doesn't work. I've not tested all of them myself. I wasn't going to get into attributes here, but I'll touch on them slightly because it seems you can also have your phase trigger an attribute. Attributes are things like frighten or inspire, these sorts of things. Frighten horses, elephants will have frighten other units. You can have that linked to an ability as well. It appears through here. I'm not sure if this table is actually working. There's a lot of stuff in the DB which looks like it would be cool to do, but doesn't actually have any effect, but feel free to try it out. Okay, so that's pretty much... Oh, and of course, here's where we assign the special ability from the unit special abilities table to the phase. And the order is, of course, which order it occurs in. So you can see, let's go to one that's actually used. With pike wall, they will form the pike wall in the first phase with the movement, and then the second one, it's formed. Or something like trample, you can see that there's two sections to that. Headhunt has a lot more, 5 different phases. So you can kind of make layered special abilities. So let's make a really simple one in our mod just to finish it off, and we'll add some of those tables but not use most of them. Now there's one other here, effect bonus value unit ability junctions. You can link an effect bundle, which I haven't got to yet, but we'll get to later. And you can link that actually also to a special ability. But I'll touch on, in this table here, I'll touch on effect bundles in a later episode as well, after we've finished the unit side. So let's add those special abilities. Let's go the basic ones. We want to get, of course, this one, and here we want to have phases, phase stat effects, and that'll do it. Okay, rename them, of course. We don't have to rename them, but I always do. Okay, let's start off by creating we're going to edit this top one here to be something. I have no idea what it's going to be yet. Oh, I missed a table. Okay, I forgot this table here, the special ability to special ability phase junctions. So I'll grab that one now. Of course, that's one where we link the ability to the phase, of course. Okay, so let's start by creating a couple of custom phases. We'll just make two. And we'll call the first one mag1 and the next one mag2. And the first one will last, yep, that's fine. Don't really want to use any of these other things here. We're just going to have a boost. We can make this one negative actually. So it'll be a boost to, say, morale, and then negative will be a negative, a minus to something. Accuracy. Defense, yeah, we'll use these two. So I'll get rid of everything else. I don't really want to go copy and paste, I'm just doing a quick one. So the phase, of course, is going to have to be mag1, mag2, copy those. And the phase names are here. So we're going to multiply by morale by 1.8, and the second one we're going to multiply defense by 0.75. So lower defense and higher morale. Okay, we can save that. Then we go into here and we will assign those two phases to our unit, our special ability, which is here. So we can copy that. And we'll paste that first into the special abilities. Then we will grab the two phases we've created. And I tried to paste in the wrong place. Don't worry about that. Paste there instead. And we'll give the boost to morale first, and then second will come the debuff to defense. You can save that. And now we have that special ability. The other part of special abilities is the icon that they use. And I will quickly show you where that it's all located now, but I won't create my own icon because I'm not a graphic artist, and I'll just use a default normally, or one that's already exists. So the unit ability icons are here in the UI, in Data Roam 2, Battle UI, click on ability icons, and here they all are. You can see that the name of the icon matches the key for the ability. So if you create, if you want to have an icon for this ability, all you have to do is add an icon into the same directory here. So we have that already, but we want to have it in not in units, we want to have it in battle UI, then ability icons, and then we just name it A_MP_test_1, add it to our pack, save in PNG format, and that's the ability ready to go and be used in units. Abilities are assigned to units, of course, the very last thing, in the table called land units to abilities. That is here, land unit to ability junction tables, and you can see you have the land unit and then the ability next to it. I suppose I should do that. So add that last that last table. Okay, here it is. Right click on that, add it, save it. Let's add it to a unit. And we'll give it to the sword unit maybe this time. Now it won't have an icon because I haven't assigned it an icon yet, and it'll also not have a name because the name is in the text area here, and I'll show you right now quickly where to change that or add the name for the special ability. Okay, so it's if you have the English version, it'll be in local_en_rome2. You go down to text, db, I'll scroll all the way down to unit abilities, and you'll see here it'll have unit_abilities_tooltip_text_, and then the name of the unit ability. So the current name for this ability will be Arena Quick March. If I want to change that, I do as I did with the unit names and all that kind of stuff, and I'll just add from pack. Now I've already got the DB folder there, so I just have to double click on the unit abilities file, save and rename. Save it again. Now delete everything else. The only one we want to have is this one here, so I'll copy that exactly. This will actually overwrite, of course, the vanilla, because the game will first read the vanilla table and then it'll read the modified version, and this will mean that it overwrites, and then I can call it something stupid like press at your own peril. Okay, and now that'll be the text assigned to that special ability button. And that's all there is to special abilities. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.